On June 23, 2025, Iran shattered the uneasy calm in the Middle East by launching ballistic missiles at U.S. military bases in Qatar and Iraq. This was a direct retaliation for recent U.S. and Israeli airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, escalating a cycle of tit-for-tat attacks. Tehran's message was clear. American forces in the region are within reach, and Iran is willing to respond forcefully to perceived threats. The strike marked a dangerous shift from covert operations to open conflict, raising fears of a wider regional war. The world now faced a period of profound uncertainty, as the fragile ceasefire quickly unraveled. In a calculated and assertive move, Iran's missiles were strategically targeted at key U.S. military hubs across the region. These weren't random strikes, they were deliberate attempts to challenge American dominance and project Iranian power. Most notably, the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar was a primary target, a critical nerve center that coordinates and directs a significant portion of American air operations throughout the Middle East. Its importance cannot be overstated. Simultaneously, a series of coordinated strikes hit multiple U.S. bases and installations within Iraq, further escalating the already tense situation. This rapid escalation of the conflict threatened to spiral out of control, pushing the region closer to a full-blown war. The attacks placed both American and Iraqi military personnel directly in harm's way, highlighting the human cost of such aggressive actions. The lives of countless individuals were suddenly at risk. However, a crucial line of defense stood ready. Advanced air defense systems, most notably the U.S.-made Patriot missile batteries, were deployed to intercept the incoming threats. These systems successfully intercepted a significant portion of the incoming missiles, neutralizing the immediate danger. This prevented what could have been catastrophic casualties and major infrastructural damage to the targeted bases. In Qatar, government authorities were quick to confirm that there were no reported injuries or fatalities at Al Udeid Air Base. They openly credited their robust and sophisticated missile defense shield for the successful protection of the base and its personnel. Similarly, in Iraq, the implementation of early warning systems and the potential for further interceptions played a vital role in minimizing the overall harm. This intense exchange served as a stark reminder, showcasing both the advancements in Iran's missile technology and its growing military capabilities. It also highlighted the effectiveness and reliability of the U.S. and its allied partners' air defense systems in a real-world combat scenario. The entire region was once again reminded of just how precariously close it teeters to the edge of a full-scale disaster. Ultimately, this incident underscores how much the safety and stability of the region depends on advanced technology and defensive capabilities, holding the line against escalating conflict. The sudden missile strikes sent shockwaves throughout the Gulf region, triggering immediate chaos and uncertainty. The attack served as a stark reminder of the ever-present tensions simmering beneath the surface. Qatar, Kuwait, and Bahrain swiftly moved to close their airspace, grounding flights, causing widespread disruptions and stranding thousands of travelers, many of whom were left scrambling for alternative routes home. Qatar Airways, being a major regional carrier, was hit hardest by the airspace closures. Despite the immense logistical challenges, the airline managed to rebook all affected passengers within a day, showcasing their commitment to customer service. However, the disruption starkly exposed the region's vulnerability to sudden geopolitical events and the fragility of its interconnected infrastructure. Neighboring states like the UAE and Saudi Arabia immediately went on high alert, bolstering their security measures. They viewed the attack as a direct and unacceptable threat to their own national security and regional stability. The incident reinforced their collective resolve to further strengthen their existing missile defenses and deepen strategic ties with the U.S. for enhanced protection. Financial markets wavered nervously, and businesses scrambled to assess the potential risks and implement contingency plans. Millions of ordinary citizens felt the palpable anxiety of living in a region teetering on the brink of wider conflict. The psychological impact of the attack lingered long after the event, leaving many feeling vulnerable and uncertain about the future. The attack shattered any remaining illusion of lasting peace and stability in the region, highlighting the ever-present threat of escalation. Daily life across the Gulf was significantly upended, with many experiencing disruptions to their routines and a heightened sense of unease. This incident served as a stark reminder of how quickly regional tensions can spill over into civilian life, impacting communities and livelihoods. As the crisis rapidly unfolded on the global stage, NATO leaders, already gathered in The Hague for a previously scheduled summit, found themselves facing an unexpected and urgent situation. The agenda swiftly shifted focus to the escalating tensions in the Middle East, demanding immediate attention and strategic planning. The brazen attack on U.S. bases in the region, which housed not only American but also allied personnel from various NATO nations, was immediately seen as a direct and unmistakable challenge to the collective security of the entire NATO alliance. In a unified and decisive response, member states pledged to significantly boost their defense spending, committing to a target of reaching 5% of their respective GDPs by the year 2035, sending a clear and powerful signal of unwavering resolve and military deterrence to any potential adversaries. President Trump seized the moment to strongly justify his long-standing calls for increased military investment, and passionately called for renewed unity and unwavering solidarity against what he termed rogue regimes around the globe. Surprisingly, and in a move that raised eyebrows across the international community, Washington also announced the scheduling of upcoming direct talks with Iranian officials, with the stated aim of de-escalating the rapidly rising tensions in the region through diplomatic engagement. However, deep skepticism and mistrust ran high within the halls of Congress, with numerous lawmakers demanding full transparency and detailed briefings regarding the administration's overall strategy in the Middle East and its long-term goals for the region, as well as a comprehensive assessment of the true impact and consequences of the recent military strikes. These political divisions within Washington only deepened further, highlighting the growing uncertainty and lack of consensus surrounding the U.S. approach to dealing with Iran. The entire world watched with bated breath as the delicate dance between diplomacy and military posturing continued to unfold, leaving the path forward shrouded in ambiguity and the future of the region hanging precariously in the balance. The missile exchange sent shockwaves through global energy markets, especially in Iraq. Major oil companies evacuated foreign staff from key Iraqi oil fields, fearing further escalation. While production continued, the risk of disruption loomed, threatening global oil supplies and economic stability. The crisis underscored how tightly global markets are linked to Middle Eastern security. The precedent of direct U.S.-Iran military exchanges raised the risk of future miscalculations and wider war. Upcoming U.S.-Iran talks offered a slim hope for de-escalation, but deep mistrust remained. The world stood on edge, knowing the next move could tip the region toward chaos or a fragile peace.